Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. I appreciate you guys tuning in. What we got today, we're going to go over a tackle warehouse unboxing, 6-cent subscription sack, and some stuff that I picked up at the local shop here in town, and kind of give you guys a look at some of that stuff. It might be something you've not seen before or something you've got questions about, you can ask, and I'll try to answer everything I can. Some of it's stuff that I've not even used before, so I'll have to wait until I get on the water and try it out before I can answer those questions. Again, I appreciate you guys tuning in. I want to thank those ones that are subscribed to the channel, and also the ones that are not. I thank you for watching. Please consider hitting that subscribe button. It helps the channel out tremendously, helps us to grow, helps more people to see these videos and be suggested to more people, but also let you know when something new comes out so you can be up to date on when we're doing giveaways, when we've got unboxings, when we've got some underwater footage. When I got me a fish tank now, so we're going to do some plastic testing, comparing different soft plastics of different brands and the actions that they have and stuff like that. So if that's something you're interested in, hit that subscribe button. That way you know when that stuff comes out. Hit that notification bell, and you guys leave me some comments down below about what you think about this stuff. But we'll go ahead and get into it. We'll start off with this stuff I got here at the local shop. I didn't get a whole lot there. So, firstly, I got me another Tatula 100. They had these things marked down. They're $180. And they had them marked down to $110. This is one of the newer 2024 versions. It's got the hyperdrive, it's got the upgraded gears and stuff in them, and I've already got 2 of these newer ones, and I love them. Which I've got some of the older 2023s, and they're excellent as well. You can't go wrong with these Daiwa Tatulas if that's a reel you haven't thrown, and it's in the budget. I highly recommend it. It's like the cheaper of the Tatula lines, but I think they have the CT version that's a little bit cheaper, but it's not as good as a reel as this. I would go ahead and pay the extra 20 or 30 bucks and upgrade to the TW100 instead of that CT. This one's a 6:3 to 1 gear ratio. That's all they had left in the for 110, but I wasn't picky about it. I've got probably 8 of them now, different ones, but so I've got all kinds of gear ratio, so this slower gear ratio is not going to hurt me any. But these things, they don't hold a ton of line if you're using like big braid and stuff, but I mean you can cast it plumb to the knot if you've got 50-pound braid on there. These things, I've never had a reel that casts like these, so I definitely recommend checking these things out. Alright, next up, I got some of these Owner flashy swimmers, and I'll take one out here in a second. I got 2 different sizes. I got the 3/0 and the 1/0, and the 3/0 is a 3/16 ounce, and the 1/0 is a 1/8 ounce. So it's just an underspin hook to weightless rig your swim baits. And you've got your wire that hangs down to hold your blade on. You got your weighted head, and you've got your screw lock pin here. So that'll screw straight into the front of these swim baits, which leads me to show you what else I picked up. These Largo shads, I absolutely love these things, and I like them on my A-rigs, and I like them as single swim baits. So I'm going to try them on this underspin, see what I think about them. This Tennessee shad color is one that I do really good on. They had these things buy one get one free, so I bought me 4 packs of them, and I'm going to open some of these up and show you guys a little bit. Got the 3-inch, and then these are the 4-inch, and the colors. This Tennessee shad I'll open up, and then the live minnow, I'll open one of these up and let you guys see as well, because this color is really cool. It's a the color's actually like printed on there, and it's pretty neat looking. But then I already have some of the Tennessee shad color open. Let me grab one. Alright, so here's that Tennessee shad. I already had one open. So we're going to bust this open, and I'm going to show you guys a few things about these Largo shads, why I like them. So you've got this, that's that Tennessee shad. You got like a pearl gray back with the white and the glitter in the bottom. And so I don't know how well it's going to show up here, but this tail, if it'll quit moving, has a little piece here at the bottom, and what you can do is take and pop that little thing out, and it's just a tiny little piece of plastic here. So that gives you a little tighter action with that thing in there, but you can take that thing out and it gives you a little different action. So it's a versatile swim bait that you can do multiple things with. But for those of you that don't know how to rig these things up, we'll go over it. This hook's a little big. Let me get one of the smaller 1/0 hooks out. We'll go over that real quick. Yeah, that 1/0's gonna pair up a lot better with that. So they do have the slit in the belly, because these 1/0 hooks are not, I mean, they're not a big hook, so it looks like it's not going to come through there, but with that slit in that belly, that thing slides right up in there. So you take that center, it's got a centering pin in that screw lock here, and you just put that thing right in the middle. And these Largo shads actually have a round spot right there for your screw locks. So you just take that thing and start it in there, and I like to push on there pretty good to get it started, and then just screw it up on there. And then once you get it screwed up on there, kind of take your hook, see where it's going to lay, run that hook up through there, through the back, and you've got the hook pocket in the belly, and then you've got one in the back for it to lay in on top to keep it weightless. And that's why I went with this flashy swimmer over the like a jig head underspin, because it's a little easier to do and keep it weightless and fish through some of this grass and stuff. But you take that and slide through that back pocket there, and then you've got your little underspin set up here. And that thing, you get that tail wiggling, you get that flash underneath it, but then when you go to set that hook, it slides down, and you can just give them I'd probably go with a little bit bigger than this 1/0. I might have to swap out and do something different, but I'd like to have a little more room there than just that. But also, if I get them pinned with that, it's going to hold them on pretty well. Just wanted to kind of show you guys that, let you see how to rig that up and how that looks. Slide these back in here so I don't lose these hooks, and then I'm going to drop those, but then we're going to look a lot more, show the difference in these. There's your 4-inch, there's your 3-inch, and then on this 4-inch, on this color especially, you might be able to see that spot on that tail a little better, and then you just rip that bottom piece off, and it just gives it a little different action. And when I start doing this underwater stuff, I'll try to make sure to do one with this attached and not attached to show the difference of it. But that live minnow color I really like. It kind of looks like baby bass or something, but I think that's going to be a good one. Next up, we're going to go through this 6 cents box we got, and come in like a teal bag with orange writing and strings this month. Cool looking little bag. They always come in these little velvet sacks. We'll just get in here and get started. First up, we've got the Divine Shaky Worms, and this is in the watermelon red color. Pop these out. I've shown them on here before, but for those of you that are new, again, I appreciate you checking out the video and hope you enjoy it. But here's that watermelon red and that Divine Shaky Worm, and I mean, you can see how flimsy these things are. They've got real good action to them, and I like them a lot. They've got these, and they have the Clout, which is more like a stick worm, and then they have the Busa, which is, it's more like a trick worm style, but it's got ribs down it, and it's a really cool looking bait that I've been trying some different stuff out with here recently. So I'm really liking that Busa, and I like this Divine Shaky Head Worm as well. But that Busa is newer in the lineup, and then they have the different sizes in that Busa, and they came out with a new Bambusa, which is a little bit smaller version, and I'm looking forward to getting some of those and trying those out as well. Got an Axle swinging swim jig. So if you haven't seen these, I will pop this open, but it kind of shows here on the back how it works. Pop this thing open, slide it out here. I'm gonna leave that skirt tied on, but you can see the jig head stationary, but that hook swings inside that jig head. So when you go to set that hook, it'll kind of pin up, almost like if you tie a snell knot around your flipping hook. So you tie that snell knot and it kind of pulls up on that hook and makes it wedge up, and that's kind of the same deal there, but in that black and blue. Looks really good. We'll give it a little bit of a different presentation, and these do have the screw locks to help keep your baits on there. I love that screw lock system. It's got that big old 6/0 hook, so I can throw the bigger swim baits on there. I like that. Next up, we got a Flat Finesse 4F Premium Shallow Crank. This is a 4 to 6 foot diving bait, 2.5 inches. And it's an 1.5 ounces, and I don't really have many flat-sided crankbaits. That's something I need to invest a little more in. That colder water, or when the fish are finicky, I really like that flat-sided. That color is the hologram shad, and it looks good. It's a almost sexy shad. You've got your blue on the back, you've got your henna green, and then your white, but then you've got the chartreuse and orange belly, and it's just a mixture of everything. But it's really got a lot of pearl in it. Don't know how much it shows up on that camera, but excited to get out and throw that one around. I like that color a lot, and again, I don't have many of the flats, so that's something that I really needed. Next up, we've got another Crush 100X, and this is a really good color. It's ghost tipped crawl. I don't have any of their stuff in this pattern, but I do have a couple 13 fishing. I think they're called Fatty Daddies or Flatty Daddies. That's what they are, and it is a flat-sided crankbait, and it's in this color right here. It's just 13 Fishing's version of this color, which is a more solid color. It's not translucent like this one. It's not one to come out of this box though. There we go. So you got your olive green with your black lines and got that red on the back of it. It's a good looking square bill. I really like that thing. We're gonna throw that one around this weekend. See what we can do. It's about time to get out and smash a few on some square bills. Well, it is time. It's been time. I just haven't prioritized what I'm fishing. I just go out, junk fish a little bit, catch a bite on something, and I just go crazy with it. We got some peg X stoppers. So if you want to peg your sinker or your bullet weights, especially, the only time I really peg is if I'm fishing heavy cover and I want that bait to stay, that weight to stay with that bait, is the only time I'll peg it. A lot of times I like that free falling action where that weight will fall and then you've got that bait kind of slowly falling behind it. A lot of times that's what does the trick, but especially when I'm punching grass, punching these mats here on Chickamauga, Gunnersville, pegging those weights is a big deal because it stops that from happening. It stops that weight from sliding and keeps it all right there together. So it comes back through that grass. You don't get hung up as bad. And something else I'm going to start trying with these is let me get some out and I will show you. Okay. So something else I'm wanting to start trying is, I saw a hook company, BKK, and there's several other hook companies doing it too, but BKK is the one that comes to mind when I think about it. They have basically those peg stoppers, but they're right here on the hook. So what that would do is stop that soft plastic from sliding down that hook anymore. These aren't going to be big enough. I'm going to have to find something different to do this with. I'm sure they make something for this. I just need to do my research. But if you guys know of a product where you can buy those beads, the hook beads that go down here, what it does, so your soft plastic's on there, it just stops it from sliding down your hook so much. But that was my thought process with some of these peg stoppers, but I don't think that's going to work out for me. All right, let's move along. Next up, we have a Cloud 9, and this is the bulled crawfish color. I know this color. I have a lot of their baits in this exact color, and I do really well on this color. Berkeley also makes the Money Badger, and I have they have one that's a lot like this color, and it's a really good springtime color. But this is it's the Cloud 9 C6, so it's a 65 millimeter crankbait, and it's a 4 to 8 foot diving crankbait. But these things, I've not really been a big crankbait fisherman in the past, and it's something that I'm wanting to get into more and more and more. But I keep buying swim baits instead of crankbaits because I'm more interested in that at the time, and so I've just got to find time to get out and fish more, I guess. It's a good excuse to get out and fish, so I can try all these new baits. Now the last thing in here really surprised me, and I've got one in these boxes so far. This is the second time, and it was really surprising. I don't have any of these in the 5-inch. I have the 6-inch traces, but this is the 5-inch version. And this color, you'll either love it or you'll hate it. It's called Gold Reactor. So you've got the black back, the gold sides, and the orange belly. And it's a 3-piece swim bait, so you can see it good. And I'll put it in the case here in a second because the color shows up really well when it's in this case. But this thing, you've got the soft plastic tail that you can replace if that thing wears out, or I mean even buy different color tails if you want to add some different colors to it. Just be able to kind of make it your own a little bit. Some people like to do that and make them whatever color they want. So that's an option you have with these. I've got several of the bigger traces, but so that color stands out a little bit better. Let you guys see that. This gold color, I used to never throw anything gold, and I was like, well, I don't like that color. So I learned how much better gold performs in like a cloudy condition, and I've changed the way I feel about it. So this gold is definitely a good color to throw on those cloudy days and be able to trigger some of those bites. And I don't know what it is about the gold, but it just works on those cloudy days. Get all this put back in here and out of the way, and we'll get into this tackle warehouse stuff. All right, so before we get into that tackle warehouse unboxing, real quick, I decided I want to give away this 6 cent sack, but I do want to keep 2 out of it. I want to keep that flat finesse 4F, and I want to keep that crush 100. I don't have this color, and I want that color, and I don't have this color in this F4, and I've just got a crawfish pattern, but I really like that bait fish pattern, so I'm going to keep that one. All the other stuff, the axle swing and swim jig, the peg stoppers, the Divine shaky worms, the Cloud 9, and the Gold Reactor 5-inch trace. I'm going to give those away, but I'm also going to add in some baits since I took some, and I think you're getting the better deal here. I get 2 out of it, and you get all these extras. So I'm going to throw in the 6 Sense movement in this copper green shad color, a Spro Fat Papa 55. It's a 5 to 9 foot diving crankbait, and that's in the Goby color. Throw in a mock shad, mock baits, mock shad, and a little swim bait, little multi-jointed swim bait, and then a mock patroller, which is like a Chopo or a Whopper Plopper style bait. Just a got the prop tail on it. This is the 110 millimeter, so you've got your tail on there, and this is a ghost perch color. Really cool little color, and I've got a couple of these, so I'll throw one of these in there too. And then I'm not done yet. I've got a few more things I want to throw in here, and hopefully help somebody out on the water. So I'm going to throw in some Yamamoto Senkos, and this is in the watermelon red color, brand new pack. I'm opening it right now to show this color off, but it's just a dark green with the red flake. Good watermelon red Senko, can't go wrong there. And then I will do a wacky rig tool. I got this from Monster Bass. I already had 2 or 3 of these, so it's got the O-rings on it. If you don't know how to use this, you slide your worm inside here, and then you just roll the O-ring up over it. And these O-rings actually have the little hook circle on top of them, so that'll take you where you need to go. And then we've got one more. Let me get this crammed in this sack. I'm going to do the original Chatterbait Elite, and this is in the smoky shad color. It's a gray, kind of clearish but it's got the chrome blade on it. So all that is going to a subscriber. You have to be subscribed to the channel. You have to live in the United States, the lower 48, so I can ship it to you at a decent cost at least. And you have to leave me a comment down below on what you think the best bait is out of here. Or honestly, I don't care what the comment is. You leave a comment on the video down below. Just don't comment a random word. Just ask me a question of some sort, or tell me what your favorite bait is, what you like to throw, anything of that sort. What you would like to see on the channel. That would help me tremendously, so I can make sure that I'm giving you guys the content that you enjoy and you need, what you think would help you out. So anything like that, all you got to do is leave a comment down below. And the way we will do this is the same way I did it last time, if you weren't a part of that. So you leave your comment. Don't expect someone to go on there and comment and let you know that you won right away. So I'm going to let this run for, today is the 24th. I'm going to let it run for 3 weeks. And so in the 3rd week, I'll do the video and do the drawing. So you've got 3 weeks to watch the video, put your comments in, and make sure you're subscribed to the channel. And then we will do this drawing. The way I'm going to do it is I will announce in the video in 3 weeks who the winner is. And then I will go to your comment and let you know that you won. I will then give you 2 weeks from then to claim it, or I'll draw again and send it to someone different. So my email is on my homepage, or you can reach out to me on Instagram. Instagram is probably the easiest way to do it. And then it's at Tales from the Creek, just like my YouTube channel. So once we do that, I will then have you go back to your original comment and edit it, and I'll tell you a word to put in there. You go back, edit your original comment, put whatever word I tell you to in that comment, just at the end, hashtag whatever, and that way I know it's you and I'm not dealing with some spammer, and then you know you're not dealing with some spammer. So I'll have you go back, do that, and then we'll get linked up and get your information and get this sent out to you. It's just a way for me to show my appreciation for you guys taking time out of your day to watch these videos, because it really does mean a lot to me that you guys watch these and that you leave me the feedback you do. I get a lot more feedback than I ever expected on these videos, and it's good to see that people enjoy it. So I do appreciate that, and hopefully somebody will get some use out of this. I've got plenty back here, and I continue to buy baits. I've got a little bit of an allowance set aside for myself every other week, and I go try to buy some stuff and get new stuff. So I'll continue to do some of these. I know I will do another one when I hit 500 subscribers, and it'll be a fairly decent sized one. I don't know what the amount is that this is worth. I will put it down in the description and let you guys know, and hopefully somebody enjoys it. I'm going to set these to the side because I'm keeping those, and then we're going to get into this Tackle Warehouse. Okay, let's get into this Tackle Warehouse unboxing. If you guys haven't ever placed an order with them, their customer service is great, and they have extremely fast shipping. I ordered this stuff on a Monday, I guess 2 weeks ago, and I ordered it on a Monday about 3 o'clock, and Wednesday it was on my doorstep. Again, I ordered about 2 weeks ago. I don't remember what all's in here, so it's kind of like a surprise to me too. Honestly, I know maybe one thing that's in this box. So we'll get into this and start going. First up, we got some cleanup crawls from Rapala, Crush City Customs. And it's starting to storm outside. I got those Bronco bugs, still haven't got out and through them. I get a lot of this stuff, and then I get out and start catching fish on something that I know they're biting, and I'm stubborn and stick to it. But you got these cleanup crawls. This is watermelon red color, so it's a really translucent watermelon. Like that Yamamoto was a really dark color, but this one's, you can almost see straight through those claws, but it's got the black and the red. The claws are stuck together, so you can pop those apart to get a little more action out of them, or you can leave them together for a more subtle action. They've got a different kind of scent to them. Smart injection technology. They don't stink like a lot of baits though. They actually smell pretty good. But I like these little appendages on the sides. But my main purpose in getting these, of course, is hopefully to catch fish on. But one of my videos that I want to do in the tank is crawl comparisons. So get a bunch of different crawls, a bunch of different beaver baits and stuff like that. Put them on a stick, drop them down in the tank, let you see how the action goes, and hopefully that's helpful to some people, and you guys like that. I guess I probably should have, well, no. I was gonna say I guess I probably should have checked my order before I went to the shop, but I got more of the owner flashy swimmers, and but these are a 5/0 and they're a 1/4 ounce, and I remember why I got these, because the one thing that I did remember was in this box is more of these X-Zone swimmers. So I got these. This is the 4-inch and the 4.75. And there's not a whole lot of difference. I mean, it's a 1/2 inch difference in the size. But then the bigger one is the sexy shad color. And then that's the 4.75. The 4-inch is the electric shad color. And it's just it's darker, and this sexy shad has like chartreuse color. Sorry, my dog's coughing. Come here, girl. Come here. Y'all say hello to Ivy. She's scared of these storms, and it's starting to get pretty bad, so she's getting a little nervous. And that's my baby. That's my baby girl, Ivy. She likes to sit out here in the garage with me while I'm doing this stuff, and set her down over here out of the way. Get these swimmers put back. The reason I wanted these swimmers is I've seen a lot of stuff. I've got a couple of them, and they have a lot wider action to them, and the swinging impacts and stuff are great. I love my Kitex, but sometimes you need that little more action, and these things give you that. And you will see that as well when I start doing this underwater stuff. That water's clearing up, and I can't wait to get out there. Got me some more 20-pound line. I got that Seaguar red label to get out, and that's the fluorocarbon, so I can, goodness gracious, I need to re-spool my big Swimbait rod, and that's what I'll put on that. And then I had ordered me some more weight pegs, and then they came in that 6-inch box. And then I got more of the 3/0 flashy swimmers. All right, so next up we've got, I forgot that I bought these, but I'm glad I did because I love these things. We got these Berkeley slobber knockers, and I got the green pumpkin shad, and this one is in the herring color. And I'm not sure what it is, but I love these things. I don't know if it's the way that the blade goes through the head or what, but the action and everything does better for me than, say, a jackhammer or even a regular chatterbait. I don't know if it's the speed that I fish or what, but these things produce so many more bites for me than the jackhammers. I know I'm going to get hate for that because everybody loves the jackhammers and they're an excellent lure. I mean, they're proven. Everybody catches tons of fish on them, but I tried these slobber knockers out and my catch ratio like went through the roof compared to when I was throwing the slobber knockers. So, or when I was throwing the jackhammers. Excuse me, I got the hiccups. But those slobber knockers, if you hadn't tried those, I highly, highly, highly recommend trying those things out. And then next, I got me some, I started punching grass last year, and that's the first time I'd really done much punching. And I got some of the big tungsten weights and all that good stuff, but I saw some heavy cover punching jigs, so I wanted to give them a shot. I got 1.25 ounces in this Berkeley heavy cover jig, and it's the Bama Bug. And then the Dirty Jigs tackle, I got, this is the No Jack punching jig, and if you haven't fished any of these Dirty Jigs, they have the No Jack line, and they have a really, really stout hook in them, and you can really drive that thing home when you get that bite. Just a big heavy jig for thick cover. You can see how stout and beefy that hook is. That thing, if you bend that out, you were using some equipment that you probably shouldn't have been, because those things are built to just force those fish out of that cover, and I mean, it shows. And then we got some of the ribbit top toads. We got them in the American bullfrog and in black, and this black has a little bit of red flake in it, not a lot. And then the American toad, American bullfrog, not bad. It's got the green back with the white belly. I usually stick with something with either a black or a white belly. Sometimes I'll go with the yellow, but they make a frog hook for this, and it's a screw lock, screws in the front, and then it's a double hook that comes up around the back and around the legs, just like a normal frog hook. But I got those Spro flapping frogs, and I had a bad experience with the first one. The weight slung out of it, and then they told me that they had been redesigned and that they had an internal weight system, so it didn't happen. And so I bought one, fished it a little bit, did okay with it. This newer one that I bought here recently, it's the same way, it's the newer style, but when you set the hook on the fish, when they hit it, that frog will slide plumb up the line, and just makes a little bit of a mess, and I don't like fishing it. So these are tried and true for me. I love these things. I've caught so many topwater fish on these things. It's ridiculous. And then the last two things I have, oh, got me a free sticker. But the last two things that I have are very, I don't want to say they're time specific to fish them, because you can fish them anytime. But right now, there's something going on that doesn't go on very often, and that is the cicada hatch. So those fish are going to be feeding on those cicadas as they fall in the water, and they're in these trees, and they're landing on the water, they make all this racket. If you've ever seen one in the water, they're just fluttering and stuff and making all this craziness. So I was looking for, I knew I wanted this evergreen gizmo, and this is a cool little bait. And this is actually the main reason I went to Tackle Warehouse's website to start ordering. If I can get this thing open. I will show you. That's going to mimic those cicadas. They don't really well. Get a little hook, a little bit of a weed guard on it. That's just a little topwater floating bait, and I think that's going to really be the juice when I see them feeding on these cicadas and hitting that stuff. I think this will be the deal to catch those bug feeding fish and be able to do that. And then also I got this, it's the Spro Creeper 80, and that's the Midnight Walker. It's that black color. And then we'll pop this one out. I'm trying to speed this along, so I've been long-winded and went quite a while. So a lot of companies make these. I think Jackal's got one called the Pompadour or something like that, but you got these little wings that go back and forth and flutter and make a lot of action on the water. And I've never fished one, and that's supposed to be a really good cicada mimicker. So looking forward to getting out and trying that bite and seeing if I can't get on a few and just catch them some different way that I'm not used to catching them. I think that'll be really fun to get out and try that. But I've been long-winded in this video, and I appreciate you guys that have hung around this long. Again, I went through how to get in on that giveaway. You comment down below, just leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about any of this stuff, or what your favorite bait is, or what kind of stuff in the video you would like to see. Whether it's underwater footage, whether it's just straight up fishing videos, whether it's in the tank footage, whether it's these tackle unboxings or just some random reviews, gear reviews. I can go over some reels or some rods and stuff and go over that as well. But I appreciate you guys tuning in and taking the time to watch, hang out with me for a little while, and look forward to getting these baits sent out to whoever wins them. So again, you will 3 weeks. I'll film the video and get it put out, and we'll do the drawing and see who gets it. You got to be in the U.S., the lower 48, so I can ship it to you. You have to comment on the video, and you have to be a subscriber to the channel. That's my stipulations. Now, I know on these giveaways a lot of times these guys get on here, these scammers, so don't fall for it. Wait until that video comes out. Your name will be announced, and then I'll give you 2 weeks to claim it. Either you can do my email that's on my channel page, or you can hit me up on Instagram. It's @TalesFromTheCreek, and we'll see what we can do. Again, I appreciate you guys watching, and if you're not subscribed, make sure you hit it so you know when these giveaways go live, and you can get in on them. But you guys have a good one. Thanks.